Hey everybody, welcome into the Wednesday webinar today, talking about some AI. Dan, happy to have this topic. I think this is a great topic, good timing for a topic, becoming more efficient in your land business with AI, talking all about that. We'll walk through a couple of things. I think this will be really good, really helpful. If you can just take one thing where you can save a little bit of time doing something, or maybe just become better at something, because a lot of stuff AI can do better than humans. So yeah, excited to talk about this topic.
Yeah, it can really, make your life more efficient. I use it every single day in different different parts of the business. So, any business you have, any topic you're on, you can get help somewhere using AI. So, good topic. I know people are very interested in AI in general. If you're not using it, you definitely need to utilize it somewhere, and it's only going to get more advanced. So, we're just at the beginnings, and it's going to continue to change.
This is going to be the bare bones today. I mean, it's going to be stuff where everyone who's doing land can take something from it, I think. Unless you're using all of them already. But this is going to be the bare bones, I think, today. We can get more advanced into things, obviously, down the line. But it's a huge part of it. And I don't know how many people still kind of fight it, Dan, as far as entrepreneurs. But it's not worth fighting.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think a lot of people are fighting it. I think it's the hottest topic out there because people want to utilize it, because people are always looking for the easy way out, I think, and their brain's looking for solutions a lot of times. But there are good solutions here, and you want to utilize it. So it's all good stuff. Also, there's premature stuff too. I dove down a really hard AI rabbit hole with, obviously, the Land Portal got me really deep into it. With machine learning and different AI, and then just different ways to use it in our business as well, with chats, with a bunch of different things, phone calling, cold calling services that do it, text response that do it. Some of the software is a little bit, some AI is a little bit outdated if you don't train it right, but it's all, most of it's based off the training modules and how you do that. But you can really customize it how you want if you get deep into things, Ron.
Yeah, 100%. All right. And it's not just ChatGPT, guys. Like, there's a lot of different things. We're going to talk a lot about ChatGPT, what you can feed it today. Again, not going to get too into the weeds of it, but bare bones stuff, something you can take out of it, something you can make adjustments yourself. But I think it's going to be really helpful. Question of the day, guys. What do you currently use AI for? AI for pricing. It's tough to be accurate, Preston. But
there's a way to do AI for like
sure,
advanced.
100%.
Absolutely. We're doing it right now. Working on it in the background for the Land Portal, just AI for estimated pricing things. It's all about how you train it though. So it's a hard game to play.
Yeah, if you guys use AI for things in your day-to-day life, I'd love to hear that as well. It doesn't have to be just land. Question of the day is, what do you currently use AI for?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm sure a lot of people in here are using it in some capacity. We're going to get all into it.
Air AI. What's that, Jacob? As you guys are coming in here, welcome. I don't know if those texts went out. Sometimes they're a little bit delayed. I'm going to give it a couple minutes before we get started. Looks like the text, at least to me, went out. All right.
Use it to fill distance from subject. Yeah, that's a good point.
Lucky lottery numbers.
Yeah, the distance is interesting. We actually have that data point now for comps that we're building out, because we have the MLS comps coming to the Land Portal right now. And MLS comps are on there. There's not live, but we have, that's the easy part, is getting them and connecting them and everything. But the comp report's going to obviously factor in distance and all of that stuff. And then we're going to try we are building out an AI that analyzes the land a little bit differently, and price and things like that based on attributes. I mean, now we have all the AI data with the flood zone, the wetlands, the slope of the property, how much buildable space there is. So if you can get really advanced with AI, you can go down that rabbit hole and compare real eye-to-eye properties if they're available.
Nice. The outbound AI, so Air AI, outbound AI dialing service utilities heavily in the insurance industry. Interesting.
I've seen a lot on that. Outbound AI getting a lot better. You still can tell a little bit, but there's a guy over, I think he's in the United Arab Emirates, who's kicking off he has a big YouTube and big Instagram, and I follow him. He wears like this green little outfit, and the AI is crazy that he shows. It's pretty impressive for phone calls. I'm still shocked at how bad Siri is, Ron, with how good AI is.
That's crazy.
Like, Siri is
I just think it's how bad. I heard that they're working on stuff, but I don't know. I think it's how bad I mean, Apple hasn't come out with something new
in
in a
terms of
long,
what?
long time.
They just come out with the Vision Pro. That's what I go to work with.
That
Was it?
tanked bad. That was
It's
really
just too
bad.
new. It's the first
The
of its
Vision Pro
kind, so
was the
it's new. It's
goggles.
augmented.
Yeah, but they're charging 10
No,
times as much
Facebook
as
is
like
VR.
Facebook. It's not. I know it's different. 100%. Yeah, I understand that, but Apple's technology
I like
is,
my
I don't know,
iMac,
it's
man.
falling behind.
Uh,
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, the iMac, exactly. Look at the date the iMac was created. Look at this, the one
There's
that you're
newer
working on
models.
right now, when that was created. No,
yeah,
there's
there
not.
is.
They've been. No, there's not.
All right, guys. If you guys are just streaming in, we got
I'm
150
looking.
people in here and going up. But we're going over AI today and how you use it. Get your comments in there. How do you guys currently use AI? Ron, we can kick this off with just how do you use it in your just day to day, not even business necessarily in land. Let's just talk about some different things you're using it, because this isn't only land specific. It's going to help you, but like for things like emails and stuff like that, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different. I feel like, I mean, yeah, just when you're writing emails, Google has something built in now that will help you. Like you can just tell it what you want to write, what tone you want to write in. I don't use that much, but as far as like responding to people, reviewing stuff, call reviews is something I use every day for our sales team. Where I mean, we have AI built into our outbound dialing service where we're call reviewing. It's breaking down calls. So we understand what's going on, and it can give really, really good feedback there. That's probably, I don't want to say one of the biggest, but day to day is different. I don't know. What do you use it for on a day to day basis?
I use it a lot. I always have it open. Contracts, Excel. It's great with Excel. You can upload Excel. Someone said that in there. Upload Excel documents and tell it to do something, and then it will merge and do all this crazy stuff that would take me a YouTube video to do. That stuff's brilliant. Contracts, responding emails, ideas for any descriptions, things like that. Anything with writing. I'm not a great writer, so anything with writing, like that stuff, it create for you, and then you obviously edit it and train it. And at this point, it knows me so well. I told it to draw a picture of me. I said, "Hey, what do you think I look like? What do you think I look like? I should show you the picture." And it drew a whole picture of me. It wasn't that far off. It put me with glasses though, and there's a bunch of land maps in the background. But it wasn't that far off from like, it's just crazy because it's learning over time about me. I never showed it how I look or anything. It's just crazy. It drew a picture that looked like me and a bunch of land and graphs and stuff around. But it's neat.
Yeah, its ability to search websites and how fast it can do things and give you information. It's only going to get better, and it's gotten so much better. Like when it first came out, it was cool, but it's like, I don't know how much I can use this. And this was whatever, 12, 14 months ago, maybe. But yeah, the steps it's taken
I never
in the
know what
last
I'm going
12
to use
months
it
is
for on a
unbelievable.
day-to-day basis. It just comes up and I have it sitting up. But Preston said, and you can train these things, like we said. Like it gets pretty complex if you want to build your own scripts and stuff like that too. You can train it to respond to text. You can train it to do all automatically respond to emails, all kinds of things you can train it to do. But Preston has a really good example of what he did. This is on the more advanced side for you guys. Preston has an example here. I had ChatGPT help me build a Python script for scraping delinquent tax direct from the county websites. So he was getting a tax list using ChatGPT to create a Python script to pretty much scrape tax delinquent properties. Every county's different though, and it's a big time investment, he said. And yeah, that's the problem. When it doesn't work is when it's not, there's no public data and it's behind paywalls and things like that.
I'm attempting how AI would code a marketplace actually in the metaverse on its own.
That's beyond
using
my brain span.
consciousness. I don't. That's a lot of words. Not a lot of words. Just the words put together. I don't understand. But I'm sure that's awesome. Siri missed the boat 100%. When do you estimate MLS comps will be live, Dan?
We're finishing the full scrape this week. So we have all the data. We're just plugging and playing. Probably a couple weeks, I'd imagine. The baseline, like just getting MLS comps on there, basic stuff, basic filters, pictures, and things like that. Probably the next couple weeks. 2 3 weeks.
Everything I use ChatGPT for, everything: groceries, new habits, plans, lyrics, letters, images, 100%. Yeah, it's there's really it's crazy. Like how much time you can save. Like there is no excuse nowadays. Like I don't know how much you can get in an 8-hour period of working, like just so much. Merging, reformatting, and scrubbing spreadsheets, convert to exported tables, pivot tables, reorganization columns, delete multi-records, summarize county regulations. That is a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really good for with Excel. Like, oh, it is very, very powerful with Excel. Using it for, I haven't done it for scrubbing, Dan,
My
but I'm
book that
sure
I'm
it's
watching
not
has
that
an AI
difficult.
generated, not the whole image, but a piece of it was AI generated, like a piece of the cover. So yeah, for things like that, we didn't do it all because some of it looked not that great and kind of AI. But this one little piece of the cover we got from AI actually. Yeah, someone asked if there's other things besides ChatGPT. I mainly use GPT, but there's like Gemini, uh, what are some
There's more
Copilot.
specific ones
Microsoft
too.
has
Like
one.
if you have, there's things that are built. Yeah, there's things that are built in. And a lot of them are, I think, powered by
But the base
ChatGPT,
wise,
but they're
there's other guys
implemented.
kicking it off too. Like Google's Gemini is big.
Yeah. All right, let's get started here, Dan. There's some we can create a list. Maybe we'll do one of the lists here, like all the stuff we can do with it. But let's get rolling here. Let me share my screen, make sure we're in the right spot. So yeah, today we're talking about using AI to be a more efficient land investor. We could come up with hundreds of things, guys, and I love some of the things that you guys are saying in here. But just ways to use AI that I came up with here. Number one is picture editing. Someone was just talking about this as far as things outside of ChatGPT. This is a website, boxbrownie.com. I think I've done YouTube. I know I've done YouTube videos on this. This is enhancing pictures. We've used this a lot, especially, and it's like $2 per picture, especially for your like main image when you're making a posting. I think one of the most important things in this business is selling land fast. And if you can just enhance things just a little bit, you can add, if you have a pond on the land, you can adjust the coloring, everything like that. This is a website we use a lot on our postings, especially when the drone pilot doesn't do a great job, Dan, where like, okay, or maybe it was a cloudy day. Like, let's get those clouds out of there. Let's get some sun. Let's make that pop a little bit. Good postings. It leaves a good taste in buyers' mouths. And that's what they see. They see pictures. You want them to want
Have
to
you ever
reach out
tried
to
to
you
upload
about the
an image
property
like the one on the left into an open source type of and see if they can enhance it?
and see if they can enhance it. We can try it.
I'm just curious. And like the standard chat GPT, because everyone uses just chat GPT. I'm curious if you can do that and save time. But this one's specifically, that's the thing too. I had the ability to build out my own AI chatbot myself, open source. Obviously not me building out, but my team. And versus just using one of the AI chatbots that exist. And if you're looking at the work and how the training works, like these chatbots and stuff are already trained for what they do. So it does save you a lot of time by using these companies like Box Brownie and stuff too that utilize AI, but it's already trained on what exactly it's doing and the rules and the logic and everything else behind it.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good point. I'm not going to do that image thing, Dan. You guys can try it, but Box Brownie is great as far as doing that. Box Brownie is really valuable with that. Again, there might be open source things that you could do that with, but Box Brownie is so cheap and so affordable. It does it fast and it does a really, really good job. Next one I did, Dan, is reviewing deeds, and we can walk through how we kind of do this. Reviewing deeds, reviewing restrictions, I think is a huge thing. ChatGPT, and what is it? $20 a
I think
month
so.
for
I'm
for
not
the
sure.
base one, Dan?
They
Is
keep
that
raising
correct?
it, I think.
I'm gonna stop sharing real fast. Give me a second.
So this is
Upload
uploading
from
a deed
computer.
and pretty much telling.
This is covenants. I'll
Okay.
pull up what this looks like real fast. Let me show you guys what this is before. So here, this is covenants and restrictions. This is on an HOA, and essentially, it's going to read through. It's going to tell you what you can do. You can ask it questions back and forth. But we'll go ahead. I'm going to upload this real fast. So it tells me, it obviously reads the PDF. Can you give me a short breakdown on the restrictions in this HOA? And this is not even, Dan, just so like it's not always saving time, but this minimizes mistakes so much when you're doing things like, okay, can it allow mobile homes? Does it not allow mobile homes? All right, that's not good. Let's see if we can keep figuring it out. It used to never do this. Like it was as far as like the first time, it just gives up after the first time. It will keep analyzing for a
It can't
long,
read
long
these words
time
on
as
this
far as
deed.
the
Did you open it?
tag.
Is it clear?
Yeah, we're right here.
Screenshot it and
See
see
if I
if you
can
can
figure it
upload
out
it.
though. It's looks like the text extraction. Oh, so it tried to do it as text, and it is like a screen. These are scanned in. So let's see if this can do this. Actually, I'm curious now. Let's keep moving on as that's working though, Dan. Writing listings. You want to talk a little bit about that? Because I think a lot of people overlook just little things like like people are reading that stuff, people are looking at pictures, and again, this is another thing on how you can sell land faster. Dan,
I think
any feedback on that?
I think the biggest thing is take listings that you really like description wise, upload the listings to it. Say, I like these listings a lot. Can you make my listing look like that? Here are key attributes, and then just list off your property. And things like you just got to train it on what you want and then upload ones that you like and it will model those and then it will spit out really good listings for you.
100%. I like that a lot. Can mobile
And if you don't
homes
like it, just keep editing. Say, I don't like
put-
this part. Can you retry? Stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to have a conversation with it. That's the biggest thing. It's reading that. I'm going to open another one real fast, Dan, here, and let's go over market selection. Like, do you think mobile homes manufacturing trailers, homes and this, however the document might
It says
still
I can
contain
process a
relevant
full summary of
restrictions.
property use
And
restrictions if that helps. Yeah.
can we open two
I
at the
don't
same
know.
time? Okay. What about market selection, Dan? I think market selection is a weird one. Like, you can give it an Excel file and have it analyze. Okay, you have days on market all like this. Would you have it read websites and find out stuff? Like, we can try to go
I've
down that
tried
route
that a
as
little
well.
bit. Market selection was one of the harder ones. You can upload data and see what it thinks, but it's only you need to train it on what you're looking for. So if you upload a spreadsheet with a bunch, say you scrub a bunch of data manually off of Zillow for days on market and all that stuff, and you have a whole data sheet of Excel, if you train it what you're looking for and what you like, it will spit it out. But if it doesn't know what it's looking for, you can't just say what's the best market. It's based on your parameters. So you really have to train it for that. I played around with market selection quite a bit. I even had it try to go into counties and look for the restrictions on the county sites, but a lot of times they're blocked in these small counties. So you can't find, I tried to do it for subdivisions on low restriction subdivision areas, and it didn't work well for that. But there are things you can do if you give it parameters in a sheet, and to analyze your Excel and things like that as well.
That makes
You
sense.
can
Yeah, I
do it
like
like
that a
ask
lot.
it, go in there and
Okay,
say,
so
what's
here,
the average days on market in Hickman County, Tennessee?
got it. Real fast. Let's finish the HOA one, Dan. So this read through that document, and you just got to keep on pushing. Like, it wasn't giving us stuff at first. We kept pushing it, and then it's like, let me find this. So this is saying only single family homes, architectural harmony. So you might need to look in. Let's see. Oh, must conform. This is a nice HOA, Dan. This is a property that we sold a long time ago. But yeah, this is a really, really nice HOA. The approval by the developer or the HOA, land use restrictions, minimum lot sizes. You can ask it deeper, like, okay, what is the minimum lot size, all that stuff. And then it says no mention of mobile homes, but it also says there's no explicit prohibit. It's not prohibited for permanent site built homes, suggests they're
Look at
likely
below though. Look at the
unlikely to be
conclusion of
allowed.
the
So it's basically saying, yeah, it's saying from a conclusion, yeah, it's assuming mobile homes are not allowed. And even from the first thing,
only.
single family homes only, that's almost always, but single family home can be that. But it is 1,800 square feet. This is almost not always
They're
not
worth
going to be
checking though.
allowed with a mobile home. It said it wouldn't scrape data from Zillow or Redfin.
No, you need what I'm
it's not
saying
good.
by
It
my
can't be.
last comments is you need a separate scraper. And if you had the data scraped, you can upload that and have it analyzed for you essentially based on your parameters. It won't, well, ChatGPT will not scrape Redfin, Zillow. It won't scrape anything, I don't think.
I want to use it to respond to Facebook Marketplace inquiries to save me time, save me from hiring a VA. I don't know how you'd get
Say that
that built
again.
into there. I don't know. He said he wants to have it respond to Facebook Marketplace
Facebook, yeah,
inquiries. I doubt that'll be
those are
that's
hard.
gonna
Yeah,
be
once you're in a
blocked, I
source like
assume.
behind a login screen like Facebook and stuff, they protect a lot of that. So they don't want bots on their site essentially. So
Let's see if
yeah.
it
So
can.
what's
You
the
said
average
Hickman
days on
County,
market?
Tennessee. So let's just do some market selection. Market selection is a conversation. What and see if you can find it for land even. What are the average days on market for a sold piece of?
Oh,
I actually use it for something. There's so many
you
things.
said Hickman. That might
I'm
be a
gonna keep
city
on
run.
opening some more.
Oh, there it knows. Yeah. Source is Redfin. It's pulling that Redfin data.
Yeah. me see that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but this is Rocket Redfin. What's the whenever I can get the Redfin data source, can you do Hickman County, Tennessee, and look at the Redfin? It's called Data Center. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to get in there. Then I also was doing something here, Dan, earlier, where you can look for realtors too. Like look for land specialized realtors. It will get you a list. It can probably get you phone numbers here. Find land specialists. I want to give you guys a lot of ideas from this. Then you guys can take what you want. Find realtors, and you have a county, Dan, in mind. Let's do Adams County, Ohio, that specialize in selling vacant land. Please give me
and example listings,
their credentials and their contact.
I wonder if you can get it to give you example listings.
Reputable real estate agencies, no contact information here.
Say that.
Can you give me example land listings for each?
Land.com links. Wow.
So yeah. Jeff Dipke, Pebbles, Ohio. So they have no specific listing. So that's really good. Can you make I'm polite to it. Can you make a table with the realtors and their contact info? Could probably tell it I don't want companies, I want people. That would probably, listing agent right here, Zach Singler. See how that's doing. Did I have another one up here? Oh, shit. A task, what's this mean? In the future?
No, I saw this. Is this the new thing they just released? Nice, they gave you a link. No, is there phone numbers in there? Okay. No, say add phone numbers to it. Add their contact information.
Sick.
This already saves you probably 10, 15 minutes of looking through Zillow and looking for their land.com.
Yeah, then you figure out these scripts and then you just, holy shit, that's awesome.
There you go. Phone numbers, emails. That's what you got to do. This is good. You can do this for everything you do.
You're like, then you can, I have a property. That's what you call these people. Don't send an email. I was going to have them write up an email.
You can do this for county selection and stuff and give it. So I would get like, I'm looking in Southwest Tennessee. Here's my parameters. I'm looking at I want the average days on market, the county, the average listing price for 5 acres in average listing price for 5 acres vacant land, average sold price. You can get different things like that, and it would probably spit it out.
Mm-hmm. Andreas said Zillow used to offer an API that provided access to certain property details and estimates, but access and available endpoints have changed. Yeah, I think a lot of it is MOS changes. Like, I don't think it's necessarily Zillow changes. I think a lot of it's MOS changes. Yeah. Yeah, MOS has got a lot stricter with that stuff. And it bleeds down to Zillow. Yeah, I think, let me go back to the YouTube slide, Dan, real fast. Yeah, market selection, cold calling scripting was what this was, Dan. I don't think that's anything crazy. Sales call reviews, we use every single day. You can give it, so if you're using, it matters what you're using. Like, let's say you're doing cold calling or something like that. You can shoot it the call recordings, and then it'll kind of give you a breakdown what you could have done better. You could have it create like a table for like, what's my follow-up sequence look like? What did we agree to on the call? So there's a lot of different things to go with that. I really like it when it's transcribing things. Dan, a lot of the call services do that nowadays, but you can put the actual audio into ChatGPT and it'll give you a breakdown of the call. And you can really put it in a good spot.
One thing I've heard some people doing, which I've heard can work really well if you train it properly, is responding to your texts. So texting regulations changing. It's strict as it is with a human behind it. So you start putting AI behind it, it's probably even more strict, just because there's no human component to it. But texting, responding to leads and training it, and there's probably softwares. I know there's softwares out there that do it for you. I heard can be, if you train it right, just to gauge the interest of the seller, right? You're not going to close a deal with it, but instead of having a VA behind typing it all in, you get faster response. You delay it a little so it thinks it's a human. There's some different techniques you can do, but AI for texting to gauge interest and qualify or disqualify a lead, I heard is very, very efficient if you can do it right.
Can you put the brokers person, that's their column, website in here, in website in the table instead of the company?
Their profile page, broken profile page.
Brokers. I like that. They should all have these. All these realtors have. Is there a sequence like first days on market, then selling price of 5 acres? I bought this 2.5 acre property, Riverside Lake Estates, but there's a having on the estate. Honestly, I'm not doing anything with that empty lot. Bought it for 19, but seriously done. Dan, please list those steps to use AI, please. Is there a sequence? You talk about I think they're talking about market selection.
Oh, don't have specifics on that, but what I said when I was just spitballing is I would say you train it once and then you keep using the same script, but I would do something like I'm doing market selection to find the best counties in Western Tennessee. For all Western Tennessee counties, can you create a table to show this information? Days on market, average sold price, county name, how many active listings, how many sold listings in the last 6 months, how many active listings right now. What else, Ron? Whatever you want, really, for whatever drives your market selection. But those are some of the key ones that average price of a 5 acre property sold, things like that. And then it'll spit out a table with them.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's what I would do for county selection to start it. And then you have a table and then you don't need to go and extract all this information yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's, like I said, I wanted to give you guys a lot of stuff in this and not like get too in the weeds of a couple of things. I think reviewing the deeds, reviewing the restrictions, very valuable. Having them rate listings, stuff like that. Market selection, play around with it for market selection because it's going to change. These places block information. What do we just do? Realtor looking. I think realtor looking is probably one of the better ones people got out of this.
I think market selection too, with aggregating your data though. Because it's all public on Redfin.
Data. Yeah.
It's all public on Redfin and all these different
did I ever find that on Redfin? Hold on. Let me see if I found it.
Statistic Atlas, Ron. All these other places are public to aggregate all the data instead of you going and collecting it. That's probably the first place I would start to save time. And have it create a column and rows and all the different stuff in the order you want and script it once and train it and say you want this column here and this column here and you're telling it everything you want and then it learns from that and you continue to do it. It's very simple for market selection.
I was trying to share my screen again. Hold on. It did find some information from Redfin's data center. It could get that. According to Redfin's data, as of December 2024, the median sales price for homes in Hickman County, Tennessee, reflecting, okay, blah, blah, blah. The median days on market for these properties was 68 days, up from 44 days in December of 2023. So yeah, I mean, you can have it create, like you could have it go through all of Tennessee and okay, find the days on market, all of Tennessee, and shoot me and make a table. You can have it make a table.
No, not just that though. Everything, because it will use Redfin.
Yeah,
it will use Realtor.com. It will use Statistic Atlas. It will use Redfin. It will use all of these sources, and you get all of your tables filled doing it once.
I like that a lot. Anything else, Dan? Any last words? If you guys haven't, hit the subscribe button below. We have some good content coming out here shortly. So excited for that. This will be recorded and put on our channel. Go back, watch our old YouTube lives. We put a ton of free value in there. There's a free 14-day trial to Land Portal. I know we didn't go over that today.
We didn't go over Land Portal, and that's the place that uses the most AI for this specific business.
100%. But yeah, other than that, guys, appreciate it. We will see you guys next week, next Wednesday. If you guys are a member, hop in the member call, and we'll see you guys then. Thanks.
Thanks for joining, guys.